Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and this is Let's Play Rebuild 3. On the last episode, we found a plane, I guess was the biggest thing that happened, and I just had some men, I had the man personally help with the research to build a propeller. And it looks like we can now also fix the plane. No, we need fuel. Oh dear. That's what I get for making all those bombs that I didn't even use. Right, I just made a bunch of bombs and I have a ton of medkits too. Well, that tower's gone now. But yeah, my plan is to use the plane to fly out of here, because when you use the plane, I do believe that you get to take more people with you than normal. And since I have a new baby on the way, well, and by the way, I mean, I guess in my arms, since I have a new bouncing baby that I'm now responsible for, I would otherwise have to leave some items behind, and that's kind of lame, right? What do I need for here? Fixed power. Well, let's leave New Washington in an amazingly awesome state by also fixing the power, I suppose. But yeah, where's my little baby? Is he 2 yet? I don't think he is, but he might be. Items. Son is an item. Nope, still 1 year old. -1 to all stats. Look at this. Boop. Much better. Boop. Having a kid. Oh well. I need him, like, the man's probably going to be taking care of him a lot more than Stephanie, because, again, she needs to do her work, she needs that science book as a reference, and you can't hold a book and a child. That's why no parent ever has read to their child, because you can't hold them both at the same time, unless you're some type of trapeze artist, which none of my guys are, unfortunately. Unfortunately, not a perk. Alright, but yeah, I've captured so much of this town, it's insane. Is there any other builder that's, like, not doing anything? No? There are a lot of scavengers that aren't doing anything. They're probably bored. We don't want bored scavengers. So how about we just have them build this, even though they're not really qualified? So fuel. Let's trade for fuel. Do you guys have any fuel, perhaps? Oh dear. I visited Stephanie Sunburn in her lab today to check her progress on that disease research. It doesn't look good. She said it took a couple of weeks just to understand the disease, but her first attempts at experimenting with it have failed. She said she needs a live subject. I asked if she met one of us, and she laughed. Of course not. She wants a live zombie. Alright, let's get her a live zombie. The safest way to catch a live zombie is to set a trap and come and collect them at our leisure. We can have one of our... Alright, we have traps. That's for sure. I mean, geez, I'm almost at risk of killing so many zombies that, there wouldn't be any traps. Or there wouldn't be any zombies to kill, so glad that happened beforehand. Good. Does that mean her quest halted? Maybe. But we should install the propeller as soon as I get the fuel. And we're trading. Well, not as soon as we get the fuel. That might actually cause us to leave automatically. You don't have what I need, but you do have things, and I might as well take them, because I have the food that you need to live. And as we all know... Oh, and they needed food anyway. Wow. They should love the crap off of us. Whoa, searching for a pilot. I had a chance to chat with the Church of the Throne Fort today. They told us... He told us that they didn't have a pilot, but they did have a bomber jacket. So I guess I need to find a pilot, just like in Trail. So we should talk... Hopefully, Whoa, what? Dara and a couple of kids from the Elite crew came by today. Apparently they hooked up a bunch of computers to an old backup generator and are holding some type of tournament. They want Alex Broski to join in the virtual ring. Sure, compete in the tournament. Alex beat them senseless. Well, the opposition did spend an inordinate amount of time making remarks about his sexuality. I think they were grateful for the competition. Damn it, Alex, why'd you have to join the cult? You're amazing. Now you defeated like, it's just proved that he's smart also. Like, he was able to play video games well at the very least. And he also beat someone in physical combat from the Rifts, which is really crazy. He defeated him with a nice German suplex. Oh well. It's possible I'll be able to scavenge for fuel. But let's keep... Oh, we're gonna talk to... No, I don't want to talk to you guys, right? I wanted to trade with you. Why am I talking to you? Let's trade with you. No fuel. I'll take your bullets, because why not? Here's a bunch of food. Damn it. I have a bad feeling that the government was the only one with a pilot. And if that's the case, I'm not taking the plane out of here, am I? Knowing how to fly a plane doesn't help slow your fall from... Okay, so she, yeah, she died. Cool. This is the part where one of the factions is probably going to be like, I have the part you need. Let me build the part that you need. Whatever. It'd be cool to get power before I left here. If the Dahlias don't have a pilot, that plane is going nowhere. That sucks. They do have the fuel I needed, though, finally. And they need food. Good. Here's a bunch of food. We're in luck. The Dahlias have a guy. The man who can fly the plane. Unfortunately, they want something in return. Our scouts found a big cache of firepower near... Oh, this is the exact same thing that happened with the pig farmers. Now, I'm going to be put in a situation once I get... Holy crap. I found special nunchucks. How good are these nunchucks? Pretty damn good for a melee weapon. These are probably... that's probably coming with me. Stephanie, here's your nunchucks. Excellent. That's all good. Okay. So, there's a weapons cache. Oh, this is kidnap pilot. I could just take the pilot. Yeah, you know, whatever. Let's install their propeller first. And then we'll decide what to do with that other stuff. Boom. Fix plane. Antivenom trap. The trap worked. Okay, good. So now Stephanie should have zombies to research. And I'm assuming her research is continuing. Alright, 30 days left. Oh boy, this is getting complicated. There's a lot of things to do. So the weapons cache is all the way up here. We should get the weapons, shouldn't we? They can... I know you want to train your science skill, the man, but it's not working very well. And... Look, you're strong in other areas. You don't need to worry about that right now. Let's go get those weapons. We just got the word. The new propeller has been installed. Now we just need someone to fly her. This guy wants to join us. I can't guarantee it. Sorry. And probably not, because who the hell are you? Cool, and we'll have power running soon. We might actually have a little bit of fuel to use it with. So that's nice. Talk to the elite crew. You get to join us now. There, this is from before. You can do different things. Last time I electrified them with my crazy engineering skill that I somehow had. But, we're going to try to flush that out with building skill. We jury-rigged an impromptu battering ram and smashed it against the south wall of the warehouse, causing a flood of green water, small crates, and flailing zombies that came pouring and tumbling out of the streets. Once we cleared the water out, we could assess the damage. Most of the gear was destroyed. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to trade the weapons in this time. Last time I didn't do it, I got that sweet flamethrower that has now been my weapon since the trail, but I don't think I need I mean, I could get a rocket launcher. That's possible. I think the rocket launcher is the strongest weapon in the game. It's that and the minigun, I think. But meh. Let's just trade in the weapons. Wow, it looks like it's the same pilot from before. That's creepy. How did you get here, Meg? How did you get here, Meg? You're literally the same person as before, and that is weird, except this time you're a former Dahlia. Well, whatever. I think I'm allowed to leave now. Right? 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 Right! Okay. So it's time to gather up my forces and hope that my forces don't turn into cultists, because Alex Broski's still probably going to be one of them. He's just too powerful. I mean, I could leave him here, couldn't I? I could decide to leave Alex here. Do I want to do that, though? I don't want to leave Shoeless. Shoeless is also a cultist. He's got a 20 build skill right now. Not to mention that he has a green thumb. I mean, that can come into handy, right? Let me just check. Let me just look over. This guy's great, right? He's pretty good. He's got easy going, so he'd be happy. We've got Brad. Also a cultist, though. He's a former Dahlia. No, I think we're gonna take Alex with us. Yeah, I mean, again, unless the Church of the Chosen is in town, it doesn't have an effect always, but alright, he's got his 2 items, right? His rifle and the cat, which I can still take. Cool. We need the man, obviously, to come with me. And he has a baby and a flamethrower. You've got Meg, the pilot. Now she can take 2 items with her. I guess she's gonna take this sword that lets her do stealth missions. That can help for like long distance scouting. And I guess you're gonna take my cowboy hat, so that I have the cowboy hat still. So that's that. Boom. Shoeless. Boom. And what am I doing? I still need to stay here for a few months, for a month or so. Okay. So let me get the cultists away from my main group so that they're not guaranteed to turn into Izzes. But I think I can take one more person too. So if one more person comes and asks to be on the plane, I might just let them go. So it's whoever takes the initiative to ask if they can go on the plane will probably be going on the plane. Alright, it's as I said, this guy's coming with us because he asked. You can come with us. Excellent. How could I say no to those puppy dog eyes? I agreed to take him and mentally counted off one more of the 6 seats on the plane. It's going to be pretty cramped in there. Now, no one else is allowed to come with us. I don't have the spots. If you decide to steal the passengers or the pilot, then you have to take the pilot's husband too. That's the thing. So that's what I had to do last time. This time I don't, though. The husband can stay. For all we know, she doesn't even have a husband. They didn't mention any husband. But, there we go. The zombies in the city, by the way, have almost been eradicated. There's practically none left. The only reason I'm waiting is for Stephanie to finish her research. Let's hire the girls for the others, because I'm married. Just because. And we're recruiting people, even though it doesn't matter. We have a high walls and a strong military. Also, it's extremely safe. I mean, I could have mentioned that because there's no zombies. our rule is no zombies unless you're part of the Church of the Chosen, and then their rule is yes zombies. Are you the guy that I invited? I think so. If it's another builder, that's actually pretty damn cool. But I don't know. I thought it was a soldier that. I don't know. It's some guy with glasses. I probably have more than one guy with glasses here. I mean, there are a lot of survivors here right now, more than in most of my towns. And I feel like I've scattered my soldiers to them. Also, alright, so in a random event, she became a cultist, and since she was with all the other scavengers, he also became a cultist instantly. It's hard to keep a track on this. I think more, like, it's almost like half of my survivors believe in the cult now, which isn't the best. But what are you gonna do? Alright, well, he's getting pissed off because he can't come. I'm gonna toss him in prison! From the expression on Britcher's face, I'm guessing he wasn't expecting that response. But he threatened to commit a crime, and we can't take that stuff lightly. If we aren't all working together, there's no hope for us. So, I don't know if that means that he's just, like, gone. Oh, he's taking time off. Because he's in prison. Oh, he's not all that happy about that. I was jailed for wanting to fly away! If you don't do that, though, they, like, steal a whole bunch of your food. Not that it would matter that much, but that's what happens. But it's a kind of a bad set of events. Maybe I shouldn't have prepared the plane entirely until she was closer to being done. But the good news is there's no more zombies in the town of New Washington. So we're completely safe from all... Wait, zombie mob spotted? From where? Where could they have possibly come from? Oh, there are zombies. There are zombies here and only here. But hey, Dahlias. Actually, not hey, Dahlias. You don't have to take care of that yourself. Boom. Are you happy now? In fact, I can do you one better than that. Boom. There goes one of the best places in the game. It's exploded now. Well, what do you want? Those are the take it over, Dahlias. I gave you everything you need to take it over. There's no excuse now. I don't know what's going to happen here, but she's pleading with us to root out the cultists from our fort. I think I have to ask her to leave. Yeah. I asked Nell to respect our wishes and please leave us alone. She was disappointed, but I don't think she's given up yet. You'll change your mind when you see what they're really capable of. Look, hopefully we can get out of town before anything crazy happens. This is a ticking bomb. Note, I did not get out of town nearly as fast as I wanted to. I was hoping this wasn't going to be a large part of the video, but when you're waiting 60 days, I guess that can happen. 2 days left. 2 days left and we can leave. Hopefully nothing catastrophic will happen in that time. Okay, Stephanie Sungburn has been shut up in the lab for the last month. She's been so intent on her research that she doesn't even come out to eat with the rest of us anymore. And I gave her a hiatus on nightly guard duty. But for the past 2 weeks, we've noticed the lights in the labs have been left on all night. I'm worried something might have happened to her. Investigate. We went in there with weapons drawn, fearing the worst. Stephanie met us in a frenzy of excitement. "It worked!" she yelled, and showed me a fresh bite on her arm. "The antivenom worked! See? No fever!" She grabbed my hand and held it onto her forehead. True enough. She seemed to be healthy. Like snake antivenom, you need to take it immediately after getting bit, and it will only work the first time you take it. But it's our best defense against the disease. We congratulated Stephanie and welcomed her back to our society. I need to leave. I feel like things are getting crazy. I am allied with the Dahlias and with the Church of the Chosen. They are not, however, allied with each other. By the way, I didn't know we could fish over here. That's cool. That's really cool. I need to gather everyone together so that we can leave. Stephanie and the man. And then the guy that I promised could come. Which I'm starting to think is this guy. But I'm not actually entirely sure. Why are you so angry? Oh. Weird. I think it's you. I'm going to assume it's you that's coming. So, come and bring this chainsaw. And... what else should I bring? And come and bring the special binoculars. If it's not you, I'm sure they'll tell me right before I leave that I didn't bring the right people. That's 5, right? Alright, these I believe are my people. And it's not exactly... I mean, I would have loved to take a scavenger, but I said that I would take the next guy who asked me to leave, and it was him. And that guy wasn't a scavenger. What can I do? Oh, on a side note, now that she researched antivenom, we have... Antivenom, which will normally be able to be researched under this branch over here with the zombie vitals. So antivenom reduces chances of death by zombie bites. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. Okay, here we go. This took a very long time, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, we fixed the beezer up, and here's our passenger list. It looks like I got it right, and everyone is correct. I really hope that everyone has the items that they're supposed to have, because screw double-checking! Leave New Washington. Alright, here we go. We have enough fuel to fly to one of 2 airports. So we got the biggest city in the interior of BC, which is an expensive urban area, or Hope, a small mountain town that we've heard is the secrets to disease. Now, logically, I would fly directly to Hope, right? I mean, what the plane does, and my first playthrough I didn't use it, is it lets you skip an entire town, but as I am, in fact, trying to show all of the towns, like what you do in all of them, I don't want to skip any towns, so we instead are going to go here where we would have gone even if I didn't take the plane. The main thing that taking the plane does is that I get to take more survivors for this town only, which isn't an amazingly large thing, but... Alright, the name means grizzly bear in the Okanagan language. I wonder if, now that most of the people are gone, we'll find bears stalking about the streets downtown and making dens out of the lobby's old office buildings. I wonder if, now that most of the people are gone, we'll find bears stalking the streets downtown and making dens out of the lobbies of old office buildings. I used to be scared of grizzlies as a child, but the thought of them living in the city now is oddly comforting. So, very little information about the town of Ursa Mega, or Big Giant Freaking Bear. Okay, Stephanie was never infected by chosenness, was she? I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think when the Church of the Chosen is not in the town, that people can't get the Church of the Chosen perk thrown to them either. So hopefully I am correct about this. But okay, the major players are here. I didn't screw up or anything, right? Everyone has the items that I want them to have? Right. You certainly don't have a lot of clothes, sir. Mr. Burner. You're still really, you're the complete sad face, but, you know, what are you going to do about that? She's got the cowboy hat. Cool. I think for the time being... Well, I can't see if we're friends. I was going to say... Alright, for the time being, actually, we're going to give Stephanie our child. And then we're going to give... No, we don't want to give you the hat. We're going to give the man back his hat. Actually, you know what? Give him the cat. Give him the cat. And then I guess Alex, just to look cool. Actually, how about you? Because you don't have nearly enough clothes on. I mean, we might as well make you look like a stripper. There you go. Okay. So that's that. Farms are going to be a problem very quickly. So let's concentrate on clearing things out, as always. Go there. You go there. Everyone's going to kill the first round. That's how it works. Because everyone has weapons. Wife's got a baby and nunchucks. And let's speed her up. And let's make a save. I found my old save from my original place, and I called this town Barretall. I'm funny. Okay, so we got that. All right, how much food are we losing a day? 5? Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, we're losing a lot of food per day. Who has the binoculars? I gave it to someone, right? Ah, my other builder. I think we want you to have them, currently, Miss Pilot. And you're going to do some scouting for me. I think after, like, 4 days, like, we're going to be in trouble for food. It doesn't look like there's farms around here. There is a hospital right here. That's very good, but I think immediately I'm going to want to turn things into farmland. You capture that. So there, he captured that. And now, I mean, you hold... No, you scout again, actually. You scout. You turn this into a farm immediately. Because 5 food a day is bad. That means in 10 days we would run out of food. I'm still going to recruit this guy anyway, though. Because I'm crazy like that. Attack. That hasn't been scouted, so that's going to be dangerous for you. So you oh, he doesn't have any weapons. How about you... Hold this building, then, if that's going to be the case. And you attack, because you have crazy... Nope. Damn it. You can do this, though, right? No. Just 5 zombies. What's happening? Alright, there. That's more up to your speed, then. I just figured she has the nunchucks, right? Is it because of the baby? Is the baby making you slow? We're going to take both of you. Again, this is risky because of food reasons, but... Oh my god, a scavenger. Perfect. So we got you and another builder, which I don't really need, but hey. But scavenge for building supplies, I suppose. And then I might just have her immediately start being on a farm. Still losing 5 because we got 2 new people, but let's see. There's another useless building down here. Let's just kill here. Where's Alex? Alex, I don't think your chosen Church of the Chosen predilections are going to affect you. I really hope they don't, because I don't need you running away when there's zombies attacking. That'd be very bad. I hope New Washington is okay. Because I feel like the Dahlias might have flipped out and, you know... Oh god, Stephanie's been injured. That's not good. Well, I hope Little Otto's okay. I also wish that I could change Little Otto's freaking name. Very good, a sword. We can give that to Burner! Boom. You are now useful at killing zombies. You're done, so replace this. And kill up here. You... What? Oh, that was really close to being done, apparently. I need you to move out of the way so that I can get you to turn this into a farm. Alright, things coming along nicely still. I mean, I guess it really looks like I'm on some type of island here, so I want to see if I can... Wait, what is happening? Oh, giant zombie horde. Okay, well... we just found a ton of ammunition. I decided to have Stephanie... oh god, the last judgments here. Of course there are. Might have to kick some ass again. And they're up there. Alright, so let's stop building up that way. How about that? There's nothing too crazy up there that I would want anyway. That Mega Mouth's kind of cool. It'd be nice to have that, but... Certainly not necessary. What I really need is a lab, but I don't see any labs around. But okay, let's stop even scouting up there because I don't care about that direction for the time being. Let's scout down. And there's a building? Alright, you're building, good. You should be clearing more, especially this yellow place. Alright. Boom, boom, built. And I guess the man really should just be scavenging more, I guess. Because, what is his scavenging skill? 8! 8 is a very good scavenging skill. So, he can do that because other people can do the other things that he can do. You scout, I guess. You capture because you need experience. Got you there. Alright, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a slow build here. And the fact that there's no lab is a little bit disheartening. Because when there's a lab, I can build all the other buildings that I need right in town. But bullets don't look like they're going to be a problem because she's building bullets like crazy, so that's nice. I'm going to get this bank. I'm going to get this. Alright, the same old, let's just expand. Oh my. Alright, it looks like they're down there. This is a new faction, the Pharmacist. Our scouts found a walled-off pharmacy emitting clouds of strange purple-greenish smoke. When they got close enough to breathe it in, the effects hit them like a semi-truck. And they spent the next half an hour giggling uncontrollably. The building is owned by the Pharmacist. They're a loose organization of thugs and hipsters with a serious anarchist streak. And they make some of the most potent drugs that you can still get. They'd be happy to sell some of their products if we want any. Our scouts sure enjoyed it. Well, gotta be careful with all that. But, yeah, the Pharmacists are interesting, and in certain situations they do in fact sell drugs, so that's a thing. We just found a stick, huh? Did you... You have a weapon, right? You have a sword that's much better than a stick. Guess we'll just give you the stick, because, once again, as I say many times, why not? No reason to not have a little bit of extra defense. You looks like you've scavenged there, so you can continue scavenging here. What do we have? We still have a deficit of food, I see. So that will soon be a food source. And a little horde snuck past Alex Broski, but barely. They were pretty much taken out. Okay, some of the Last Judgment bikers pulled up their bikes, airbrushed with elaborate crosses and scantily clad angels. One of them, a kid maybe 19 or 20 years old named Madison, came to ask about a woman named Diane Moon. Yes, that Diane Moon. The woman who saved my life and gave it purpose. The woman whose death I'm responsible for. She was Mason's mother. I pulled Mason aside before anyone else could talk to him, but I couldn't bring myself to admit the truth. I'm gonna say she went missing. I told him I didn't know where she was now. She just vanished late one night months back. There hadn't been any signs of a struggle. But given how bad things are up there, we eventually gave up any hope of finding her. Mason was frustrated that I couldn't tell him more. But before he could press me on it, we were interrupted by the sounds of crashing and angry voices. We're going to investigate. The other Judgment boys were causing trouble already. They cornered Burner and were trying to get him to give up his jacket. Well, Burner doesn't wear any clothes, so that's a little bit of a missed random number generator storyline element, saying it was way too nice for a scrawny little rat. A crowd was gathering, and both sides were starting to reach for their weapons. Mason eyed his fellow gang members worryingly, but didn't try to break things up. The only way we're going to avoid bloodshed here is if I give him a little nudge. Let's make a snarky remark. Your friends seem nice, I told Mason sarcastically. Real stand-up individuals. He sighed and called out, Diggs! Nasher! Hey guys, this isn't why we're here. It's time to go anyway. He apologized as they were leaving, saying the Last Judgment were supposed to be followers of the Word of God, but sometimes they forgot the whole do unto others as you have them do unto you part. It's good to know that at least these bikers had a bit of a conscience. Alright, so that was Burner, who was hassled for his invisible jacket. Ugh. Am I just delusional and I don't see the jacket? Is it actually there? Is this an Emperor's New Clothes situation? We have a hammer. That can go to you. You are now a much more competent builder, because you're not building things with your bare hands. Where are the pharmacists? The pharmacists are all the hell the way down over there. So, factions. We got a faction we haven't met, and another faction we haven't met. So, usually the rifts are here with the Last Judgment. I have a feeling maybe they're not in this one, actually. I thought they were always here, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think they're in this one. Because this storyline is, of course, based around the son of the woman that you started with in the beginning. We'll give you a few tips, even though I might have to destroy you later, it's possible. Of course, that might be awkward to try to destroy them at this point, just because of, you know, the son of the person. Like, she, like, died in my arms and said, like, please look out for my son if you find him. So I'm kind of obligated to help him, aren't I? I think so. Oh well, let's continue to clear out, and you continue to scout, because there are other factions out there. And boom. The Dahlias are here, okay. I don't normally get nervous when new survivors show up at our gate, but these people look like they'd raided a riot squad's armory. They're a group called the Dahlias. The lady leading them said that they were here to check up on our women. They've been taking it in hand to keep girls and women safe since civilization collapsed. Given the number of people who've gone Lord of the Flies since the Zed Road, I can't say it's a bad idea. After they were sure that no one was being mistreated, they thanked us and headed out. I should probably be reading those descriptions each time because they are different, I'm seeing. So, but I've just been assuming that they were the same because I read it once and I never read it again, I guess. Unfortunately, this town, I mean, it's cool that my back is against a wall, oddly enough, because zombies can't get over the wall of the ocean, but the rest of it is just really open. There's no labs anywhere, for God's sakes. If you wait long enough without... Oh, the lead crew is here. If you wait long enough, eventually survivors will teach you construction and you can make your own lab. It just sucks that I'm in a situation where I'm going to have to wait for that to happen. I feel like this one I might have read before. I don't know. Whatever. It's gone now. Was that everything? Have I found out all the factions in Ursa Major? I have indeed. So we've got three factions run by women and the women oppressing Last Judgment gang. So that's great. None of them like me too incredibly much. Let's look. The Pharmacist. An anarchist group of drug-dealing gangsters, political activists, and other misfits. Tiff is the closest thing they have to a leader there. Specialty, bath salts and angst. So, bath salts confuse me. I was looking it up. They're not really, like, you don't really use them in baths. It's just this weird term. I don't know. I never really understood it. And again, my knowledge of drugs is limited, to say the least. Didn't even start drinking alcohol until I was 31, for God's sakes. Let's see. You capture... No. You kill here, and you capture here. Okay. I guess we're just going to keep on expanding out. I don't know how much more I'm going to do this episode, though, again, just because of the... You know, the episode's already a little bit long, because I had to deal with all that other shenanigans. I guess maybe let's talk to the Last Judgment real quick and see if I can meet Mason again. Good. I can capture this. We don't have a ton of building materials, unfortunately. So I don't know if I'm going to, like, build traps or anything quite yet. I think that would be a mistake. I could blow this up, though. Oh, well, I can't really do anything until I have a government, so we need to recapture 15 more buildings. Let's see. I'm going to talk you... Oh, they want protection money. Do they just want food? Yeah. Oh, well, I wouldn't have given them that if I thought that would help faction relations, and I'd rather just the Last Judgment not attack me right now. So I was just going to give them the food, but... Otherwise, I would have used my the man powers to talk them out of it. But whatever. So that's good. Capture this. Maybe just have someone check out Gustav's wares, because he might have some good things for us. A chemistry set. That's cool. That's going to be expensive, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I don't know. We have a plus on food. I can do this right here. Boom. Perfect trade. Oh, look at this. Causing trouble. As Gustav and I shared a couple of warm, non-alcoholic beers, he mentioned some young bikers causing trouble in Ursa Major. Sounds like Mason Moon and his Last Judgment friends have taken to dangerous stunts. herding Zeds around the city with their motorcycles. "Foolish children," Gastov commented. "They will be killed." I'm not fond of this kid, but Diane asked me to look after her son when she died. They were last seen heading to the old hospital swarming with undead. Might send someone to check up on them. Again, well, why was that Megan? It just says that random people are doing things. It's ridiculous. Found a crowbar. I'm Emma Frost? How did I not realize that Emma Frost is the name of the White Queen, I think she is, or the White Witch? I don't even remember what her name is, but she's a pretty important character in the X-Men comic books as a villain, though eventually she turns good. But she has psychic powers similar to Professor X's. Anyway, that's hilarious. I wonder if that was on purpose or not. Zombies. Alex? Fortunately, those lunatics at the Church of the Chosen aren't around here, so... And the Last Judgment looks like it's spoiling to raid us. So... Hello. I'm just gonna sit right there. See how you raid me then. I'll try to rescue Mason when I'm sure that the Last Judgment isn't a problem. Oh, here we go. Alright, let them stay the night. This is it. So they took some medical supplies and some bullets, but now we know how to construct buildings without having a laboratory first. But first of all, I'm going to turn this into a farm. But my next business should be, and I turned that to rubble, so let's go here. If you build on rubble, it costs more building materials, so I don't want to do that. One building material, though, is going to make a laboratory, and then Stephanie can get to true work. I'm going to have to give the baby to someone else. I could give the baby to her, to the to the White Witch. That could be something I could do. What do I have currently? I have the cat. Okay, of course I do. Why wouldn't I? I could give it to Alex, but Alex is going to be doing some pretty dangerous stuff. I don't know about Burner. How good of a friend... Well, I don't know. I was going to see how good of friends I am with Burner. I don't want to give the kid to anyone I'm not, like, good friends with, I don't trust. But it would be good to have little Otto be with someone who wasn't doing extremely dangerous stuff all the time. Admittedly, Stephanie fits that bill, but she'd be way less effective if I kept her with him all the time. Also, I mentioned last time that someone got the best perks to be a scientist. She got one, that's why I took her. I forgot that she has another perk that makes her worse at being a scientist. This thing, Intense Focus, it limits her maximum skill to 9 instead of 10. So, she's actually not as good as a scientist as she could be. But she got to be a good scientist faster than other characters because of that skill. It's a little bit weird the way that works out, but she's permanently has a slight disadvantage. In any case, where are you? So you're building the lab. Very good. Guess I might need someone else to make full... Ah, I knew it. Alright. The Last Judgment versus the man. And a crap ton of mercenaries. How you like that, jerks? Not so much. Too bad. We're going to trade with the Dahlias. My lab is built, so now... let's just get... Oh, construction's already here. Survivor management. Then I can see who is a friend of the man. And/or Stephanie. You've got some building material. I don't really have too much to trade, though. Oh, I have medicine, and they want medicine. Alright, so we'll give you a little bit of medicine. Excellent. So, that is that. I mean, I didn't really get too much of what I needed, but alright. Survivor management. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, my builder wants to talk to me. Vladimir Wind. That's a cool-ass name. We're going to give you artist so that you make things prettier. And now, let's see. Who is my friend that is here? Of course they're good friends, but is there anyone else? Alright, let me look at the survivors. I don't know if we really do know too much of anyone else here. Alright, well, she's an enemy of him. That doesn't help. And he's probably just an enemy of her. No, we're acquainted. Alright. I could give the baby to you. But an acquaintance, really? I'm not gonna trust my baby to you. Alright, you come on missions with me. Maybe we'll get to talk. I'll see if you're trustworthy. Now, actually, what about you, Meg? What about you? We're all acquaintances, okay. Okay, so new plan. Get acquainted with Stephanie. We'll see how they work out together. You work on power generating, and then I can go to fertilizer. So that'd be good, because our food situation is still not ideal. Cool. Extra production from farms. Quite alright, 6 per day. Not bad, I must say. Meg is getting a perk. Last time she, in the last town she had a lisp. That was the only difference. It looks like Stephanie is her friend. So friendly, in fact, that I think I can trust her with our baby. Like, what if they spent time together and they started turning into enemies? Like, that'd be bad. You gotta test these things out, right? You can't just assume. And you get back the Book of Mega Science, almost doubling your power. Not quite, but, you know. What if we just went down the food route? I don't think I've done that before, and then I can get pesticides and be on, like, have, like, superfood powers. Yeah. Alright, here's your laboratory. Because I don't actually need to right now. And that's good. If I can just clear out, like, I can use the dahlias kind of as a wall. I can have them act as a zombie protectorate for me. Let's throw stuff from the roof. When you throw stuff from the roof, that makes it so that, like, because normally you can scavenge areas when they have things. I think it gets rid of the scavenger thing, so you can't scavenge the area anymore. I hope I don't regret this, but I'm going to increase rations. Yeah, we're still good. Because since I'm going to do the research that oh god, screw it, zombies. They're just distractions. They're stupid zombie distractions. Let's rescue freaking Mason already. Let's have this builder. I mean, he's not that great, but let's just have him defend some so there's a chance. Shoeless also. Yeah. Actually, Shoeless, no, never mind. You need to reclaim the thing that I lost. So it hardly even matter that we lost it, because I'm going to get it right back. The Last Judgment is getting uncomfortably close to me, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not good. Wow, alright, so we have... Wow, Stephanie is kicking ass with this research. So, that's good. We're going to have to work on defensive things now since I'm getting too close to the Last Judgment, or they're getting too close to me, rather. He's healed, so he can defend. He's not going to be able to defend all that well, but he can defend some. But yeah, rescuing Mason. We need to claim 7 more buildings, though. Crap, they're attacking already. Challenging them to the duel would be very dangerous. We're going to try to build a barricade. That actually worked. Good. Alright. Defensive building upgrade. Alright, we were running too late when we saw the bikes abandoned at the pavement. We heard howls. We carefully followed the noise. We found Mason's crew barricaded in an operating room of the 3rd floor. A dozen or more Zeds clawed at the door in a frenzied hunger for their flesh. We need a plan to give the Last Judgment boys a chance to escape. Let's try to lure the zombies away. Getting the Zeds' attention was easy. Losing them was a lot harder. We'd been sprinting through the hallways, chased by packs of ravenous undead for 15 minutes when we heard a crackling noise, and the hallway gave beneath my feet. I lay painfully on my back in the mess for a minute before Mason's hand grabbed mine and pulled me out of the rubble. Together we ran from the hospital just as fast as my crippled spine allowed. Mason greeted us, exhilarated by the thrill of the escape. He thanked us for our help, shaking my hand and hugging me, until one of the Last Judgment friends stepped between us and shoved Mason away. What the hell, Mason? You know we didn't need their help. God would have provided, man. You know that. Yeah. Mason straightened up, but he didn't sound so sure. As we parted ways, he said that we could come and visit him at the Last Judgment Fort sometime. So someone was injured. Was it the man? No, it was Alex Broski was actually the one injured. That sucks. Can you get some melee training, please, to make use of that sword? Cool. Can we take out this horde? We can. That horde is gone now. Alright, so we rescued Mason. That's very good. I want to try to move to these improved walls and electrified walls, because that's going to help against the Last Judgment also. And I just can't directly fight the Last Judgment this time because of Mason. You gotta try to protect him. But things are going pretty well. This is a pretty damn good start for only 50 days. We carved out a nice little place for ourselves, even though we're surrounded by zombies and then by factions. But, you know, Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Hopefully I can work my way... I don't know if I'm going to be able to work my way down to the pharmacist, to be honest. But I should be able to convince the Dahlias that I'm awesome by giving them tons of territory. And maybe I'll be able to do the same to the elite crew. I guess we're going to find out. But I am CrossKnights, and we're going to keep on going on and doing what we're doing on the next episode. And hopefully we can get Mason to get away from those jerkwads, because they're terrible. At no point are they ever not terrible. Oh, let her stay the night. Feed her dinner. Let her be awesome, because she'll help me. Alright, bunker towers researched, and then return to the Dahlias, and then end the video. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.